Hey guys, how we doing? And welcome back to Lee's Slot Cars for another foam board build. Let's crack on. So I was so pleased with how this turned out. I really like it. It's complete wasted space. It's functional because you can keep all the cars in it. And I think it looks pretty cool as well. And this has worked really well. And this all started out, as you may have seen in the previous video, just as a shelf. Wooden shelf made out of decking board. Now, I've got another shelf, so I'm going to do the same again or something similar. I've popped a base bit on it at an angle. It doesn't matter what shape it is because it's really just a platform to sit the foam board on. And this comes off, which is quite handy because I'm probably going to do a bit of detail in there. But I think this lends itself to, I don't know, maybe some sort of a bar with a covered terrace and an outside area where you can stand and watch the racing. Don't know what will go on top. I probably won't put anything on top for now, and I'll have a think about it, and I'm likely to run out of foam board, so I'll have to buy some more. Surprise. But yeah, there'll be something on top, and then I think with lighting as well. So I think I'm going to buy another one of those, you know, those long LED strips, because then I can feed it around here and also feed it down here, because I've got plans for this back section to build really thin, low relief buildings, but hand painted. These look all right for a quick fix, but because I really enjoy art and painting, I figured I could probably paint the front of foam board at the front, cut out the windows, have light shining behind. But this is all way in the future. So for now, I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to clad it, I'm going to get it built, and we'll see what it looks like.
Let's get started.
God, there are some weird and wonderful angles going on this because nothing is straight. So I'm using little cardboard templates, which is the easiest way. You can just whack them on there. Oh, that's not the right one. But you whack them on there, draw a template, and then you can cut the foam board. And you get pretty decent results. So it's coming on, just got to do this bit now. And, oh, I've got loads to do. I've got more than just this bit. So I need to do a template for this bit here. And then that'll be the base level done. I'm going to make these are all stuck down apart from this big bit in the middle, because I probably want to paint it and it's easier to do it off the shelf, so to speak. So if I take this off, all I have to do is paint this bit here and this bit here, and I can do this on the workbench. Anyway, I'm cracking on, buddy.
Let's get started.
Right, I've jumped ahead a little bit with this build because I've started putting some internal detail and done a bit of painting. So we've got like the wooden deck floor going all the way along. This is going to be a covered outdoor area. So we've got the black and the silver stripes to make it a little bit contemporary. That silver paint hasn't covered too well. Might have to have another coat. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But it's really hard to get in because, stupidly, this is fixed on, so it's really hard to get into paint. And this is going to be the bar. It needs another coat, but I made a start. There's a lot of bars on this layout, so yeah, good if you like a beer. I like a beer. Anyway, this is about all I'm going to do on this build, because I really need to get packed in the house to get packed, because we're off to Greece tomorrow for some sun and beer. So I'm going to pause this build here, come back, get refreshed, get tanned, and we'll crack on with this build after that. I am back from holiday. Had a great time, but I've already said that in another video because this has been a long time coming, this one. But I'm going to tackle it again because I lost the will to live with this build. I just got a bit bored with it, but now I'm going to finish it. So let's crack on with the foamboard shelf renovation. So what I've done since the last time, because I think before I'd painted it and I'd done all these bits. These are from when I had my original car park that I built, and they work quite well as doors from going from one level to another. So I've put those in. There's a parking meter there. I don't really see the relevance, but I didn't really want to throw it away, and it just adds just a bit of detail, so I'm going to stick that on there in time. This top section is just going to be for car storage, and it's going to be the Formula 1 cars that were in on this John. So they're coming out to create a bit more space in there for a couple more cars, and the F1 cars are going on here, and this is going to be the F1 bar, or I don't know, call it what you want. So I've popped a bar type sticker in there, and I've got a door in there now. I've got a doorway going through there, and I've made just a really simple little bar out of good old foam board. So today I'm going to get this section painted, paint the bar in some way, not quite sure what colours to do in, and then we'll have the basic sort of done. I'm then going to make some tables out of MDF material. I'm not sure if I've got any of the bar stools left from magnetic racing, but if I have, I'll pop a couple of bar stools at the bar. And so this is going to have a seated area for the customers, barman and a barmaid maybe around the back. And then this is just going to be like an outside area where we're going to have tables and chairs and people doing what they do, and a few spectators at the front. And I probably need to have some sort of barrier here, because you'll get some idiot having a few too many beers and toppling off the edge onto the track, which isn't ideal, health and safety and all that. So my next job is going to be, what's it going to be? It's going to be to paint this, paint the bar, and I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do on the front here. Now the other thing I noticed is it's not very level, but do you know what? I really don't care about that. Really don't care. The general look will be okay. And I'm going to put some decals on the front, you know, this sort of thing. You know, these sort of things, advertising bits. All along the front there, all along top there. I think I've got some, if not, I've got them saved so I can print them out. So I am going to crack on with the F1 bar build. Okay, so we've got the inside of the bar coming together. I think it looks quite good, actually. I think the colours and everything work quite well. A couple of people sitting there on the stools. And this is the terrace outside where we've got some people just hanging about in there. So yeah, it's coming along. I'm starting to enjoy this build again. What I'm going to do for the front is literally cut out a piece of foam board, which is going to stick on the front there, which hopefully I've measured right. Oops, can't see me the camera. Yeah, I have. Once I've got two hands free, I'll be able to put that on. So that'll be fine. It's a bit, I might paint this bit actually, just this front. Shall I do it? Yeah, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it like that charcoaly grey, because it keeps it all in line. Or shall I do it black? Black would look good, because you've got a black floor in there. So I'm going to paint it black. I'll be right back. Now, I've painted it black, but also I had some of these left over, and these are just painted bits of card, and the same pieces that I used in the terrace, you know, where you got the black background with the couple of silver bars going across. So I'm going to sort of incorporate that into the front. I've put the side bits on, so I'm going to put, it looks like white, but it is silver. It looks quite effective. So I'm going to put one across there, one across the top. That will frame the window and sort of bring it all in line. So I'm going to get these cut and stuck on, and then I'll offer it up to the front to see how it looks. Well, that's the front done, and I think it looks pretty good actually. I like that, because it just ties it in with the black and silver on the outside. terrace. And also you've got the silver trim around the doors, so there's an accidental theme going on here. So that looks pretty cool. I'm not going to stick this in yet because I really want to put some sort of glass over the front of it, and I haven't got anything at the minute, but I will get something and just have a glass. Oh, maybe I won't. I don't know. I probably won't stick it anyway, because if I want to change anything inside, it's just a case of pulling it out, and it's not going to fall down or anything. So yeah, I think I'll just keep that there. In terms of lighting, now I haven't got any lighting left, but I would like to pop something in here, and I'm tempted. Let me show you what I mean. Back over to the bench. I have one of these. I've got two, but I can't find the other one. It's probably stuck, still stuck onto a bit of foam board somewhere in my scrap box. But I did wonder about sticking that to the ceiling, and then obviously it will light it up, even if it's just as a temporary measure. So I might do that. I need a new sticky bit on there because I don't really want to glue it, although I could hot glue it. Shall I try it? Sod it, I'm going to try it. Be right back. Well, that has turned out surprisingly well using that little light, or big light, shall I say. But you know, it's an architectural feature, isn't it? I think that looks really cool, actually. I'm really happy with that. I've just given that a coat of black. I might put some silver tabs on it as well. And that side is done black. Oh, forgot to do the inside, but I will. So, okay, this lower level is taking shape. What to do next? Well, I've got decals to put on the front, and I need to cut in slots across the top to put more cars. Need to stick this down, and this is all very white, so maybe I need to have a think. Maybe it needs a coat of paint. Also, I need to put a barrier going all the way across the front. Now what I might do, I haven't quite decided yet, is to do a similar one as I did here, and this was just by using, like, you know, those wooden kebab sticks. It depends how many I've got. I think I've got quite a few, but it's just means I've got to paint them all, which takes ages. But I think it'll be worth it. I think maybe not in front of here, but from here certainly, going up to the end and this section here, and get those fences in place. So okay, still a lot to do on this build. Right, that looks better. It was too white at the top there, so I've given it a coat of a grey. That looks better. So wait for that to dry, then I can cut the slots out for the cars to sit on there, and the car park entrance can go up there somewhere. Maybe some big decals across the back. I think I've got some big chunky Michelin ones, a bit like that. They can go at the back there. So now I'm going to try and dig out the decals for the front bit. They're buried somewhere in a box. This may take some time. Now I've put the decals along the front. I like that. And the back. What are they, chevrons or something like that? I think they look quite good up there. Amazing what you can find when you rummage through your little box of bits of paper. Oh yeah, got the old Michelin man at the end there. So this is all starting to come together, and all I've got to do now is to get some more decals printed out for there, because I've run out, so I need to go and print another sheet out. Get the little slots cut in for the cars on the top, and we will pretty much have a finished building. Now I'm working on the barriers, you know, that are going to go across the front, and I'm just using, there we go, kebab sticks, and I'm cutting them out. I've measured them up, I've done 2 so far. Just put a point on the bottom so they can stick into the foam board, so they'll be nice and secure, well, down to that level, so that will touch the base. That will be stuck into the foam board. So I've got 2 here for the first corner, super glued on. It's a bit fiddly, especially with these shaky old hands, a bit fiddly. So I've got another long one to do, and I need to put an extension on the end of that. So these are going to be the legs that I've sharpened the ends of. When I've made them all, I'm going to give them all a coat of grey primer, and then pop a top coat of silver on, and I'll do all that before I put it on. Normally I put things on and then regret it because I've got to paint them. So these are all going to get made, assembled, and then painted. So for this, it's literally a case of lining them up straight on the pad and then gluing the cross beams onto the posts. So it's going to take a while. So I'm going to get these made, and then we'll look at getting them sprayed. Right, that's the barriers made, and so a coat or 2 of primer. So I'm going to wait till they're dry, paint them silver, and we'll get them up on the building. That's the barriers done. So they've all been painted. They've had a coat of primer and a coat of silver, and they're all stuck in place. And they're really easy to put in because they literally just stick into the foam board that goes on the surround. So that's taken a lot of time to do, but actually I think it's really worthwhile. I think it looks good, and most of all, it's now safe. It's a safe place to hang out in there. So we're getting towards the end of this. Never thought that would happen. I've printed off some more decals, so I just need to pop some along there, and then I think we will have a finished product. There we have it, a finished project, one that I started ages ago, and well, got a little bored with it, left it alone and came back again, and actually really enjoyed doing it. It's involved quite a few different aspects. So yeah, another functional car storage foam board build. So when is a shelf not a shelf? When it's a foam board build. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this, guys, and if you have, click like, click subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll move on to the next build coming very soon. So in the meantime, you all take care, my friends. Bye bye now.